Hello, my name is Shashir. Welcome to Food versus Farming. On today's show, we're going to make classic no-fuss hummus. Hummus is a delicious Mediterranean and Middle Eastern dish, and it can be served with warm pita bread. The duration of preparing the dish can be just minutes. So, let's see what the ingredients are right now. So, going over the ingredients, you need 2 chopped cloves of garlic, a teaspoon of salt, a sprinkle of pepper, freshly ground pepper, 4 tablespoons of freshly squeezed lemon juice. The main ingredients of this dish are going to be a can of garbanzo beans or chickpeas in a can, 2 tablespoons of tahini, and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. So let's get started. In a mixer, I put the garbanzo beans and I put the lemon juice already, as you can see from here. So the next ingredient we need to put for this is the 2 cloves of garlic, which I'm going to put on. Here it is. It'll grind. Talking about garbanzo beans, speaking about them, garbanzo beans or chickpeas, that's another name for them, are part of the legumes family, which are beans basically. These beans originated from the Middle East and used greatly in Mediterranean agriculture. As you know from Mediterranean agriculture, the climate for Mediterranean agriculture is warm and dry summers and cool and mild, pleasant winters most of the time. Much of the climate consists around the Mediterranean Sea. It can be practiced, agriculture practice is mostly of crop rotation. It's more of a rotational crop, and technology is used a lot in producing these chickpeas due to commercial farming. Even the Mediterranean agriculture has subsistence farming for people. Commercial farming is used for chickpeas as well to sell in market and stuff like this. Some machines are like seed drills and steel plows are just to name a few. That's how they can grow with using in the use of commercial farming. This is tahini. I need to put 1 tablespoon and another tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of tahini, which is made from sesame. Tahini has the consistency of peanut butter. So speaking about tahini, it's made from toasted and ground sesame. It's originated in the Middle East or the Fertile Crescent, Southwest Asia. Sesame seeds, which are in tahini, that's how tahini is made. It leans towards more of a tropical crop, and it can also be grown in the Middle East. A hot climate is best suited for it. It has been practiced as a cultural crop in many areas. Many cultures, especially in the Middle East areas, they used sesame. The technology used to grow is sustenance farming and commercial farming and commercial technology. It depends on the country. If it's an MDC, a more developed country, they use commercial farming. If it's a LDC or a less developed country, they use sustenance farming, or growing just to feed the family, basically. Some cayenne for a little bit of heat, because why not? And let's not forget about the sprinkle of pepper. And teaspoon of salt. The olive oil will be used for garnish at the end. So, yeah. Since this is a show based on agriculture and how it works, there's a model in agriculture called the von Thunen model, named after the famous German economist and farmer von Thunen. It is defined as a model of land use that showed how the market processes could determine how land in different locations would be used. So in other words, the model works as with the center of the model having the market, and then with dairying, forests, fields, 3 fields, and ranching in livestock in the outer, going out all the way to the outer ring of the Wandun model. If I take an example of olive oil, which I have right here, extra virgin olive oil would be considered in the tree field or field crop tier of Wandun's model. Also, some facts on agriculture wouldn't hurt, right? So considering the economy, agriculture influences a lot, but in exporting and importing and import demand for agriculture commodities, definitely supply chain and importing and exporting, like I said before, play a major role. There are also many contemporary agriculture inventions that have occurred in the last few years. Machines like autonomous tractors are coming and becoming more popular. Seeding and weeding, automation of harvesting, drones, especially, surprisingly, I didn't know that before. They have a pretty major role in agriculture nowadays, modern agriculture, I would say. Agriculture does have an impact on the environment, and earlier it used to be mostly classified as being very negative and harmful to the environment, especially with the use of pesticides and all that in the beginning of the Green Revolution and all that. But with organic farming on the rise and more people wanting organic foods and more sustainable farming methods come to the power, there are large measures to make the huge measures for harmful environmental impacts being reduced, which is great, of course. So I want to tell you why I prepared this recipe. And I'll tell you this, and then we'll continue finishing up our recipe. So I prepared this recipe because I thought hummus was really creamy, tasty, and also very healthy and delicious way to get healthy food in your stomach. And it's Mediterranean cuisine. It's different cuisine, and a lot of people enjoy it, I guess, especially when you have a pita bread or something at the restaurant, whatever you do. But so, anyways, let's continue this and finish up this recipe right now. The olive oil will only be used for garnishing at the end, included with the Kalamata olives and a little bit of chickpeas I reserved. Right now we're going to blend this mixture.